sarcastic. There's a bluebird in my heart that wants to get out, but I'm too tough for him. I say, stay in there. I'm not going to let anybody see you. There's a bluebird in my heart that wants to get out, but I pour whiskey on him and inhale cigarette smoke. And the whores and the bartenders and the grocery clerks never know that he's in there. There's a bluebird in my heart that wants to get out, but I'm too tough for him. I say, stay down. You want to mess me up? You want to screw up the works? You want to blow my book sales in Europe? Because there's a bluebird in my heart that wants to get out. But I'm too clever. I only let him out at night sometimes when everybody's asleep. I say, I know that you're in there, so don't be sad. And I put him back. But he's singing a little in there. I haven't quite let him die. And we sleep together like that with our secret pact, and it's nice enough to make a man weep. But I don't weep. Do you?
Yeah! Go, Joe!
This is my response entitled Surprised, and it's dedicated to my little brother, who I hope one day I have the courage to read this poem to. Let's name him Luke, I said. So Luke he was. I named him, I hugged him, I held him. He was my brother, my Luke. You'd be surprised at how difficult it is to wrap your arms around the perfectly ripped t-shirts and hollow thinning frames of your teenage brother, still dripping with the newfound pride of the weight of a cell phone in his pocket. You'd be surprised at how difficult it is to talk to ears, wrapped in the perpetual darkness of headphones, dripping with the newfound weight of indie baritones and abstract drum beats. You'd be surprised at how difficult it is to tell he's my kin. With hair that catches curls at its tips and shimmers blonde in the glint of the air, with eyes that are so radiantly blue, you'd think you tripped into the sky.
Woo!
But it's no surprise. My brother is my best friend. It's no surprise that I named him, that he's my Luke, and it's no surprise that only I can call him that, and the only other kid that ever tried to caught a sticky 7-year-old fist to the gut. But it's no surprise that that's still the only kid I've ever hit. It's no surprise just how much I love my brother. Just how hard I tried to perpetuate a red, jolly-nosed rumor, even when I knew that it was Mommy and Daddy who were eating the milk and cookies at midnight. Just how hard I tried to show him the best way to tell whether it was Paul or John floating from his white album covers. Just how hard I tried to perpetuate a life for him with a heart that beats in his thin chest that he only lets me seek and pour from his eyes, ears, and fingertips so everyone else can see and feel what I feel every night at dinner when he sits across from me flinging peas and carrots towards my plate like bombs. It's no surprise that my brother is my purpose. It's no surprise that when he cries, I feel salty pain drip from my lashes. So it's no surprise that every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock when I wave goodbye to his smile and he says, "Good luck, bro, have a good practice," I choke back a tear. It's no surprise that when I close the door behind me, I take off the orange jersey and the restricting white sneakers, and I drive 35 minutes away to a white stucco building that cries in the rain and sweats in the heat. It's no surprise that every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock I lie to Luke. It's no surprise that every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock while he's laughing at Modern Family on a green couch in my living room, I'm on a white couch in a white room with a white man who asks me questions that my parents told him I need to answer because they're afraid of me. It's no surprise that the sessions last so long. It's no surprise that what he asks scares me. It's no surprise that I've only cried once in therapy. I've talked about life, love, and death, and I've only cried one time. It's no surprise that the only time I ever cried, the fat white man said, "Now, Joseph, how do you think you affect your brother? Your parents seem to think that this is your fault." It's no surprise that I cried a lot that night. It's no surprise that I drove home quickly that night. It's no surprise that I ran to my brother when I got home that night. It's no surprise that I hugged him that night and cried into his shoulder that night. But you can't be surprised that he hugged me back. Thank you.